Black Friday special live stream here at Xiaomi UK. My name's Nino, one of the product managers at Xiaomi International, and I'm very, very happy to be here, but also to be joined by Ben from Lover of Tech YouTube right here. So this is actually going to be not only on the channel right here on Xiaomi UK, but also going to be over on his channel too. Do you want to give a little quick introduction?
Absolutely. www.youtube.com/Lover of Tech. We are also streaming there as well. It's in partnership with Xiaomi UK. It's Black Friday. Ain't no better time to be live streaming, giving back to you guys as a tech audience. And of course, we've got some giveaways as well, so watch out for it. We'll go through some of the hot deals, but we're gonna give back to you as well.
And that's why, again, stay tuned throughout the live stream, because we're gonna be mentioning a few different times chances to be able to win certain Xiaomi tech here.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be all across Ben's different social channels.
Yep, so I'm gonna give you the breakdown for that, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But talking about deals, let's firstly talk about one of the special things that we always like to do for the live streams. We like to make sure that you watching the live stream get an extra special deal for today, especially on Black Friday here. So not only do you get to take advantage of all of the offers across me.com and elsewhere, but with the special code today, you get £30 off £300 spent. So that actually goes on to products that have already got discounts on them.
So that's incredible. A double whammy.
So you'll see that actually on the screen throughout various points on the live stream, but make sure you use that code because that's only available from today in terms of the code itself.
Yes, absolutely. So capitalize, man. There's no better time than Black Friday today, definitely.
100%. So I'll mention the code, but it'll be on the screen. So it's 22BF Live, and that gets you £30 off a £300 spend. So, I mean, look, the deals are crazy. You're getting that on top. Like, what else do you want?
Take it. Take all the winnings, all the savings, use it for extra stuff, and enjoy the products that you're able to get right now as well. Definitely.
100%. And in terms of the giveaway prizes, I think we'll do a little bit of a teaser now to see what some of the products they can potentially win later on. But you need to make sure you stay tuned because there are going to be questions throughout of how to win those. So what are some of the prizes they can win, Ben?
We've got 3 amazing prizes for 3 platforms, all Lover of Tech related. Obviously, everyone that's on the Lover of Tech YouTube channel right now in the comment section, definitely appreciate you being here on the live. And for the YouTube audience, and we've got one for the Twitter audience and for the Instagram audience as well, definitely all my socials will be linked in the description below, so definitely check it out. Pretty much all in variation of Lover of Tech. For Twitter's Lover of Tech BA, all as one word. And for Instagram, it's Lover of Tech _BA. Don't forget the underscore. So definitely that's the one. And for the YouTube channel, we are going to be giving away a Xiaomi Buds 3T Pro. I know for audio listeners, I do a lot of coverage on the channel for it, and you're going to look forward to that. So definitely, what we're going to ask for you to do is, we'll tell you after actually, but for the Twitter audience, we're thinking that fitness might be something that might help the New Year's resolution as well. So we're going to give you Twitter audience a chance to win a Smart Band 7 from Xiaomi as well. There's going to be a post that we're going to post through so that you can have a chance for all the instructions of how to win that. And for the lifestyle audience, Instagram, of course, that is the place to be. An air fryer. Listen, I don't even have one. So if you're going to have an air fryer before me, you might as well get a smart air fryer from Xiaomi, and that is the 3.5 litre. And that's the one you're actually seeing right here. So it's a good one, and we're going to post it on the Instagram stories for the Lover of Tech _BA audience. So stay tuned. We're going to get through all of that. You're going to have a chance to win it.
The air fryer, I've got one myself. I use it all the time.
I don't even have one yet.
Honestly, all the time. I mean, we'll go into some details around some of the things you can win too, but trust me, it's a great product. But talking about deals, Ben, so I was already having a little look. So again, both me.com, get down to the Xiaomi store over in Westfield as well, which will kind of mention some of the deals throughout. But one of the deals I was already looking at, which I was going to jump into, has already sold out.
Man.
So the deals are going crazy, but that is on the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G, a fantastic phone. Actually, one of my favorite, what we class as kind of premium phones that we have, because of the design, overall camera performance. So I mean, to highlight some of the things on here, 108 megapixel main camera, 120 hertz display, and also 67 watt turbocharging on the phone. I mean, I know you've had a bit of a hands-on with this particular phone yourself. What do you think in terms of that?
Firstly, the charger comes included in the box. I just want to make that clear, right? They're not showcasing a product where you're not able to use all the features straight away. So I look at myself, I actually don't charge my phones overnight. And that's not because of battery preservation, it's just a habit, right? For the longest, you know, you've got a place where your plug sockets are not always in an optimal position to your bed to have your stuff next to you, right? So I just got into the habit of never charging my phone overnight. And with phones like this, devices like this, you don't have to. Literally, you're talking about speeds of being able to charge to 100% from zero in less than an hour. So looking at that turbocharging, great benefit. And I always make the argument that more people have a chance of noticing high refresh rate than high resolution, right? 100%. There's always the question of both, but it hits the key points where you get 120 hertz high refresh rate on this device as well, which is crazy. And with the power of pixel bin in and high resolution at the same time, having 108 megapixel for the main sensor, you really do get the feel of it being a near enough flagship feeling device, especially if you look at the design as well, with the chamfered, you know, edges on there. It looks sharp, clean, love it.
The thing is, I mean, for us, again, we'll kind of dive into, because there's a few different devices within the Redmi Note series that we actually have on offer. But for us, the Redmi Note series, you know, where other people or other companies may class this as kind of like mid-range devices, for this, for us, is actually more the premium devices, like I mentioned earlier. The reason for that is, like you mentioned, we'll also actually take some of those flagship features that you'd expect,
of course,
and
got to rub
put those into there.
Stick it in, take the best bits.
So that's definitely one of the key ones. But that Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G, even though it's sold out, again, on me.com, you can find that many other places, so make sure you take advantage of that offer, even down to our Xiaomi store in Westfield as well. Let's keep within that same theme, because one of the other offers that we actually have on at the moment is with the Redmi Note 11 itself.
All right.
So that's, let's say, the starting point within the Redmi Note series, and offers a great, I guess, flexibility for that kind of price point as well. So you mentioned one of the key things, obviously, around refresh rate as well. So this is the first device that we actually introduced with a 90 hertz AMOLED screen. So I mean, just to kind of, I guess, make it a little bit easier for people to understand, you know, how would you kind of describe the refresh rate to someone who maybe doesn't necessarily know what that means?
Think about the top speed of your car, right? It's like having a car that you can enable that can go 90 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour. Refresh rate correlates with not just speed, but smoothness. You realize if you have a really solid car that can go 60 miles an hour, it's still fast, but the faster you go, that actually, you know, the stability of the car becomes really smooth while you're still going really fast. Think about it in that way. That's like having a car that can go 90 miles an hour compared to a car that's only limited to 60 miles an hour. So you get the speed and the smoothness at the same time. But my thing is, you get that look at the price.
That's the thing.
You get that at a crazy below £200 price. So there's this conception of you can only get such features when you go £1,000 and above. No, you're getting it here as well. So it's really good to see that on the Note 11.
And that's the thing. I mean, obviously, we won't go into specific price points. You can go and check those out. But not only, again, do you obviously have that offer. Let's say you wanted to buy a Redmi Note 11, you want to buy something else. Remember, £30 off £300 spend.
Extra discount.
But that doesn't actually even mean that you lose out on the free gifts that you actually get with that. So believe it or not, this phone also comes with the Redmi Buds 4 for free included with that as well.
All right.
So have you had a chance to check these out yourself, Ben?
Listen, I've not checked it out yet. He kind of kept that away, you know. That's a sleeper hit that you just throw in there. And I mean, nothing feels better than getting things that are of good value included as well.
100%.
You know, especially the wireless audio experience, whether you're going to be exercising, you know, or you're traveling, you're flying out or something, having that in companion with your device is really good. So, hey, if it comes with it, man, people, do not miss out on it on top of the extra discount you're getting as well.
And I think the thing is, you know, even with the Buds 4, if we look at these compact earbuds on there too, again, I know you've done obviously a lot of kind of earbuds kind of comparisons, obviously on the channel as well. So these ones fantastic, compact size, but you get actually up to 30 hours of battery life on there, and also come with active noise cancellation on there as well. So just to kind of, I guess, you know, I know we're switching products, but there's that many offers on. We have to kind of move around pretty quickly.
I love that.
We're talking about active noise cancellation, and obviously we're going to mention this a little bit later on when we get into some of the things that you guys can win as well. But how are we kind of describing, you know, active noise cancellation to someone who maybe doesn't necessarily know what that means on there?
So the active noise cancellation is blocking out the sound you don't want to hear, so you can focus on the sounds you want to hear. Right? It's not completely blocking out everything where you won't hear anything, right? Yes, you probably got transparency mode, but it's really allowing you to protect your hearing, protect your ears, and allow you to listen to the sound you want to, i.e. your favorite podcasting show, your favorite movies, TV shows, or music in that case, right? Really, really zone in. Where's that really gonna benefit? Hey, when you're flying is the most common thing.
100%.
But for everyday commuters, I live in London, and listen, if you're on the Northern Line, it's the noisiest line you can get in Northwest London all the way down to South, right? And that's the best way to protect your ears. So ANC, aka active noise cancelling, really comes into like clutch for that. But I will say this, the design, stemless. I love a stemless design because it's just flushed, it's discreet, you're not trying to really show off, but you're really trying to just focus on your audio. Exactly, subtle. Love that.
I think you obviously mentioned an important part there. So not only obviously do we have the active noise cancellation, but you also have the factor of the transparency mode too, right? So I think that's an important part to kind of have in parallel. So block out the sound when, like you say, you're on the Northern Line, noisiest line ever. And I've been there, trust me. And likewise, I cannot step onto a plane now unless I have not one, but actually, I actually, believe it or not, Ben, I bring a spare pair of backup earbuds just in case. They're also active noise cancellation. Because I cannot be on a plane and not have that.
Oh dear Lord, you don't. You don't.
But the transparency mode means that also, for example, if you want to be, still using your earbuds and you want to be walking around, maybe obviously still taking into account your surroundings, you have that as a kind of key thing.
Yeah, very important, and it just gives you that user control as well.
And obviously, battery life is always an important factor, especially not just with smartphones, but also especially with earbuds. 6 hours on a single use, and up to 30 hours with the case itself on there.
Absolutely.
So that's a decent amount of time.
These are mobile devices. If they don't have battery life that's worth it, they are not mobile. They end up being old school like landlines, which we don't want.
100%. So let's shift a little bit, right? So again, we've gone through, obviously we've spoken about let's say smartphones, earbuds. I don't know if you want to maybe now potentially tease the guys a little bit with one of the giveaways that we're potentially doing. Maybe I'm thinking moving over to the lifestyle products, going to sound like the Me Smart Air Fryer just here, because I can talk about this for days, to be honest.
You know what? I'll tell you this. I'll give a bit of story of just my discovery of the air fryer, right? It was literally going Canada for the summer period for my birthday, and just over for like about 6-8 weeks, and then see mum for the first time in a long while. And I'm thinking, what's being cooked? She's cooking chicken and stuff in there, all season. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? It's an air fryer. I'm like, what's an air fryer? I'm like, us, we know deep fat fryers here, right? I'm thinking, what's this? No oil, nothing. It's just like, it's clean. It just condenses everything it contains. And I was like, this ain't tech, this is magic. This is magic cooking, because if the food can taste this good and be healthy without all the extra excess oil and putting 5 liters in there, in my opinion, I think every home needs to have an air fryer. It's sustainable, 100%. It's a cleaner way to make food, it's healthier, and you still contain a great taste in there. So I think Xiaomi dabbling in that for lifestyle, hey, take it over, tell us a bit more.
No, that's the thing, to be fair. I mean, this actually combines two of the things I love most in life, and that is tech and food. So I always mention it on the live stream. I'm Italian, I love cooking all the time. And some people might be like, oh, but Nino, that's an air fryer, you're not necessarily doing cooking. I don't care. Like, if I can be cooking something else in the air fryer whilst making something else,
damn straight,
it helps me in the kitchen.
Damn straight.
But especially, I was mentioning this earlier to you, Ben, as well, right? So it means that, for example, I can get something ready in here. Let's say I'm heading to the gym, I want to get back, I don't want to waste too much time messing around with certain things, or maybe I just want something, like something little, I don't want to go too much on there.
Exactly.
I can get it ready in the air fryer. And again, remember, this is the Me Smart Air Fryer, so we have integration with the Xiaomi Smart Home app. Like
Internet of Things, people, IoT.
100%. So I can actually get that ready. Then on the way back to my house, just hit start, automatically switches it on, sets the temperature, everything on my phone. By the time I get home from the gym, it's ready to go. Plate up, and then you eat it.
That's it. That is it. And that is that flexibility for it to fit into your lifestyle, right? Without, if you, the fear of, I've left this on the stove. No, exactly. You're running down and you're into your favorite TV show, forgetting that that thing's burning. But again, it's a smart fryer. You can set those timers, like I said, up to continuous cooking for up to 24 hours. It's really flexible and it's really good in that way, man. So that's the one.
The other key thing with this as well, like you said, in terms of kind of containing that, is it means that a lot of the things that you cook, maybe some of the things maybe you don't want to get all in the air, because I know for me personally, I don't really like to have too many smells around the home.
Yeah.
Again, I love the cooking
I
smells,
feel
but
that.
sometimes if you're making certain things, you don't want to have that all around the home, right?
Yep.
So the great thing about this is it contains it within there as well. 3.5 litre capacity.
Yep.
And for people that may be just getting into cooking, they don't know what they want to do in the air fryer, the actual application will show you certain recipes you can actually cook
smart
with it.
recipes.
That's always nice.
And defrosting as well. Listen, you've not been a kid if you've not forgotten to take out the meat or the chicken that your parents told you to, and you know they're going to be home and you've forgotten. This can sort it out, so definitely convenient for those situations as well.
So Ben, question is, how can everyone win this as well? What's the question we're going to ask them today to get them a chance to win this Mi Smart Air Fryer on this Black Friday special?
So one of the key things we're going to be doing is for the lifestyle audience. So again, check the comments and the link in the description below for my socials. For Instagram, again, it's at loverofTech_BA. We're going to be posting a stories post on there, tagging Xiaomi as well, and pretty much asking you to comment on what's your favorite feature. And also what I will say is that how long can you actually cook up to continuously? I did say it, so it's going to be a fairly easy one to get in, nothing nothing too challenging. But yeah, we'll pick a winner in there and pretty much give you a chance, the Instagram audience, to win a smart air fryer. I'm jealous. I don't have one yet.
I was about to say,
so this is you.
I don't know if I can be involved in this, but I got one myself already, so I'll leave it down to you guys. It's all good. So, right, let's get back to the deals then. So that was the first chance to win. There's still 2 more chances to win, so don't worry, plenty more chances. But let's talk about the deals. Let's shift a little bit now. So we've been speaking a bit about me.com. Again, some fantastic offers on there.
Great
offers. You have that code on there too. But make sure, if you're in the area around London, Westfield, we have the Xiaomi store, of course, and they also have some fantastic deals on there with certain products. One of which I want to dive a bit more into is actually our Fire TV that we have in a couple of different sizes on offer just there. So I don't know if you're obviously big into your TVs. Obviously, right now there's a certain tournament going on. I don't personally speak too much about this right now because obviously I'm Italian. For one reason or another, I'm not. But yeah, I know there's a certain tournament going on right now, and maybe someone's in the market for a new TV. What's the benefits of, I'm guessing you've probably used the Fire TV in the past already?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What would you say some of the benefits around that too?
The benefit is it's not just TV. I know it's a bit of a curveball. I think TVs get targeted, right? Most TVs, to be honest, are smart capable, but most monitors are not. I think this is a hidden gem for a lot of people, right? I look at, people that live in accommodations that can't fit a TV. Even your smallest 42-inch is a bit of a restricted space. But for some reason, they can fit a 24-inch monitor, up to a 30-inch monitor that they plug into their laptop, their PC. Use a Fire TV, right? That's what really brings the benefit. Those type of devices that are the ones that I really recommend, where you can actually make it into a smart capable TV from a monitor. It becomes a smart monitor. You can then watch all your favorite streaming services. It's cohesive TV. That's the main benefit, right? Yes, there are some legacy TVs out there that need a bit of love in terms of the smart plug capabilities, but I actually think it's really good for that target demographic.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the good thing about the F2, like I mentioned, it comes in a couple of different sizes. Obviously, you have all of that functionality built in.
Oh yeah.
Which is great.
Oh yeah.
So it also means, and we're obviously mentioning about other kind of products and other kind of connected items within the AIoT space, with the Alexa functionality already built in, that means you can actually control those various different devices from that TV.
Oh yeah.
But one of the special things we do, Ben, I don't know if you've actually seen this yourself already, but with Xiaomi specific TVs, they actually have the Mi or Xiaomi Home app built into them that's exclusive for that particular set. Right? So all of our TVs can come with that. So that means that not only can you control your Alexa connected devices, but you also have the whole host of Xiaomi connected devices you can control straight from your TV remote without even having to get up off the sofa.
Honestly, most kids know Alexa's part of the family.
Yeah,
if you have kids, you know that Alexa's part of the family. They talk to Alexa more than their parents and their family members. They speak to her as like the confidence in her. Start the music, start this. Alexa, start my favorite TV show. Yeah, I think the kids will use this a lot more than the parents themselves. Just point out there. But that's that kind of interconnectivity in that ecosystem that's really good. And again, smart capabilities, it helps with that integration as well. Love that.
Yeah, and I think again, one of the other nicer kind of things on there with respects to F2 itself, so obviously most of the games now are being showed, when I say games, I'm talking of course of the World Cup.
The World
will be
Cup,
showed,
baby.
yeah, in HDR as well, which is always a big plus. So this takes advantage of that. HDR 10 on the screen itself.
With HLG,
so yeah, it's always a nice one on there. Plus, one of the other benefits, especially with, let's say, fast-moving content or action content on there, for example, football, movies, whatever it may be, we also take advantage of MEMC technology.
Yep, motion estimation, motion compensation. I don't know how I remember that acronym, but I will stamp my memory on that one for sure.
No, 100%. So again, just taking advantage of obviously that fast-moving, action on the screen, and giving you a great picture.
Absolutely,
as well.
Absolutely.
So make sure you check that out in both Xiaomi store, Westfield, and also me.com in terms of the offers on there too.
The store
as well.
is a good place to see it in person. Nothing beats that in-person experience, man. Yeah. We love it.
And I think that's one of the cool things. I mean, we were actually recently over in the Xiaomi store, and again, talking about some of the benefits of, visiting the store itself. You get that interaction element, you get to obviously try the products on there too, and also you get some fantastic service with some of the experts that we have in there.
It's the instant, it's a day out. The Westfield store, it's just a very nice location as well. It's busy, it's active, modern, and again, the in-store experience kind of puts a stamp of approval to kind of see it, visualize in your own place as well, and just ask any questions. Great in-store service as well.
100%. Right, so let's move a little bit away. So we've obviously spoken about a few different items. Let's now shift back to smartphones, because we have a lot of smartphones on offer right now. And there's one that I want to really get your opinion on, cool? Because we're talking about one of our flagship devices right now. So we're now talking about the Xiaomi 12 Pro, which is on a fantastic offer. But to remind you again, £300 spend also gets you an additional £30 off using the code that will be on screen throughout the live stream, and that is 22BF Live.
Oh yes.
Remember that, or check it out on the screen. So, Xiaomi 12 Pro. I don't even want to necessarily go into too much around this. I just want to get your opinion straight up, Ben. What do you think about this device? Again, I mean, I don't know, I don't want to go too much about it, but for me, the key thing around this has got to be the camera, right?
Yeah.
Unparalleled camera in the sense of uncompromising. 50 megapixels across the board. Doesn't matter what lens you're using, you're going to get that same quality throughout. But enough from me, I can talk about this for ages. I want to hear your opinion around that phone as well.
Consistency, right? You pretty much said it across the board. Just getting that consistent, high quality camera output experience on all the main lenses. That is clutch about it. Again, this is one thing that Xiaomi have actually consistently been doing really well, and one of the things that helps is the fact that was obviously, just the care in making sure that they get the best optics in there. So that's one thing I like. But for me, I like characters in a phone, right? The design, the different colors it comes in, and just the whole caricature, how it feels, the curvature as well. Like, these are probably the most personal devices you're going to be using on a regular basis. And I know I love cameras. I do a lot of camera tests on the channel. Big into my cameras, as people know. But honestly, it's the feel and fit and finish of the phone that I really like. And I know Xiaomi takes care of like the intangible things like the vibration motor, the haptics, giving a crisp feeling back with the operating system. I'm liking like the blue color. That's calling to me. That blue color's calling to me.
The blue one's really nice.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people into the purple as well. Again, we've got a lot of love for across the colors. I think the design, is definitely one of the standout things on this.
Hell yeah, definitely.
In terms of, it's that unique look, and when you see someone with this particular device, it's like, okay, that looks sleek, that looks beautiful in terms of that device on there too. And I think you mentioned obviously in terms of uncompromising. So I think one of the other key things to mention that we obviously made some kind of advancements on, again, for us, it's not necessarily, of course, all about the hardware. We always try to kind of make more improvements when it comes to the software. And
absolutely.
MIUI as a whole, and actually the features that we bring into not only making that a smooth experience, and I'm not just talking now with the Xiaomi 12 Pro, but again, across the board with our devices, but in terms of the camera software experience too. So we added, for example, things like motion tracking focus on there. So again, that means, for example, you're taking videos, taking focus, it will track that subject throughout.
Subject tracking.
Eye tracking as well. Just making those advancements to make sure that that camera experience is that kind of next level on there.
And for me, look, I'm a sucker of fast charging. You know, next to testing the cameras, I'm always testing how fast can these phones charge from 0 to 100, which let's just be honest, that's extreme worst case scenario. Most of the time, if you forget to charge your phone, you wake up on about 30%, so it's going to be even quicker. With 120 watts in there,
in the box.
In the box. Just want to clarify that in the box included, you know, you can't go wrong with that charging for that 4,600 milliamp hour battery in way less than an hour. So that kind of, you know, ability to do that, yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, obviously the key thing, I know you mentioned way less than an hour. We're talking about way less than even half an hour.
Oh,
right?
you had to trust me there. You had to.
100% charge in just 18 minutes.
See?
18 minutes.
I was being conservative, but Nino just had to remind you all, it's less than half an hour, people.
Always got to get that in there.
That's it.
But I think the best part of that, like you mentioned, Ben, charge it in the box, so you don't have to necessarily go and try and find it. And best of all, I'm actually using that right now, even to power my laptop too. So you can use that for multiple different areas. You don't necessarily need to carry multiple chargers. One charger for all those devices on there. I think it's time for another giveaway. What do you reckon? Because we're getting a bit close in terms of that. You know, I want to make sure we're getting all these giveaways in there. So next product I think we want to talk about and kind of give away, I think it's going to be the Xiaomi Smart Band 7. So Ben, how can these guys win it? And then we'll talk a bit more about that in just a sec.
For my Twitter audience, I think fitness will be a good focus, as we all like to do when it comes to the new year. Our new year resolutions of how to slim a bit, I promise, like, I will get onto it and slim down. But you know what, the smartwatch will benefit, and the Smart Band 7 is definitely going to be the one to go. Again, description below, Twitter, Lover of Tech BA, all as one word. There will be a post there as well where we're pretty much going to ask you, battery life. How long can you use it up to for the battery life? And also drop your favorite feature as well. Comment under that post for a chance to be selected for you to win a Xiaomi Smart Band 7. And again, think about it, man. Right into December, we're gonna be eating a lot of food. Into January, that smart band could really help you with your fitness. And I think for the Twitter audience, fitness lifestyle should be good for you guys as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, for me personally, I've actually started recently getting into powerlifting a fair bit.
Okay,
so
nice.
That. But I think it's one of those key things. I mean, actually, the Smart Band was one of the first ever Xiaomi products I ever used.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was one of the ones even way before I even started working for Xiaomi.
Nice.
And I think it's kind of very much developed and kind of advanced throughout the years. To the point now, obviously, even with the Smart Band 7 here, again, larger display, full screen on there, 14 days battery life on there. And over 110 different workout modes. And there's always the joke that people can't name 110 different workout modes. So I'm not going to say that here, but all I want to say is that there's a workout mode for everyone watching. Whatever you're doing, you can check that out, and you can then go into there too, as well as making it a bit more personal with the different straps that we've got on there.
That is it.
So make sure you check that out, and that will give you a chance to win the Smart Band 7 on there. But let's also highlight some of the other key deals that we have today, because we have a lot more products, as you can imagine, for Black Friday here. Man. Loads of different products on the go, and I guess we'll stick finally. I think we'll stick with the smartphone theme.
Yeah, of course. And then smartphones are a thing, man. Honestly,
100%. Obviously, we've spoken about the bigger brother, you could say, with the Xiaomi 12 Pro. What about if we dive into a little bit more around the Xiaomi 12? Of course, we're looking a bit more of a compact size on here. You know, it's the kind of, I would say, perfect size to use for kind of one-handed use. And how much do you think of a factor is that, you know, in terms of using the phone day to day, Ben, would you say?
Big time. I mean, I like to call myself a typaholic, right? So I'm on instant messaging apps all the time. Twitter's my favorite social media platform where it's just instant expressions of the stuff that you want to talk about, and also just, you know, speaking on WhatsApp, text messages, right? I like to call myself a typaholic because it's an intangible in terms of the user experience on a smartphone, just being able to get ease of use when you're typing quickly, and you'd be surprised. Even though it's more compact, you still have a large display. It's the Goldilocks effect, I like to call it, right? So that's important to me. I look towards having that experience, and the 12 Pro definitely will give you that. You know, so sometimes it's obvious to go for the obvious things like the camera and all of that, but actually you'll realize that it's more the day-to-day user experience that doesn't feel frustrating, and having a more usable phone in that compact size while still having a large display. makes a big difference, and the 12 Pro definitely nails it on that, man.
Yeah, I think, like I say, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head. You know, even if it is that more compact size, it's still a 6.28-inch screen.
Absolutely.
You know, it's still a huge display on there. So it's going to be more than enough for most people to be using day-to-day on there too.
Big time.
But you still get those kind of key features. So this is still a flagship product.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's smaller, it may not look it maybe in some cases, but actually it still keeps a lot of those key features you'd expect from the main, let's say, flagship devices. So you still get that 50 megapixel main sensor.
Snapdragon 8 Gen 1.
Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 on there too. And also that turbocharging with respect to that device on there too as well. So nice kind of little additions that we have on there for that specific device.
Love it.
But I think also one of the key things I want to highlight on this too, that we didn't necessarily mention for the Pro itself, is the sound experience.
Yes,
right?
yes.
We actually had a partnership for a little while now with Harman Kardon in terms of the speakers on this one. So you of course get dual speakers on the Xiaomi 12, and you get quad speakers on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. But I think for me, it's always kind of, you know, we were speaking about obviously music actually even before the live stream started.
We did. We'll touch on that. I
think music on the go sometimes, especially with a phone, becomes a little bit more difficult, especially if it's just a phone that's got one speaker, right? So I mean, how much of a benefit or how much of an advantage do you have, not just with music, but even watching YouTube like yourself, on a phone that has dual or quad speakers on there too?
Podcast. Honestly, I think sometimes it's what you listen to subconsciously in the background, right? You know, you come out the shower or you're getting food from downstairs, getting a cup of tea, you know, whatever you're doing to just prepare things and you're kind of moving around, having a nice ambience in the background, something to listen to from your smartphone. Again, it's the most personal and portable device 100%. That you've got with you all the time, right? I think that's actually one of the key elements of having a great loudspeaker experience, not just with, you know, the integration of like the sound quality hardware-wise with Harman Kardon, but the optimization with, you know, software, with things like Atmos, the shows that you're listening to, it makes a huge difference. I think that's the key thing. You know, your everyday usability, and especially just that background kind of moving around stuff. It makes a difference. I
think that those speakers are obviously tuned by Harman Kardon definitely play a big part, not just in music, but in a lot of the key areas that you use on the phone itself.
Big time.
Right, I think it's time, firstly, to remind you that there are some amazing deals, as we mentioned. And not only that, again, we can't mention every single deal on the live stream.
No, of course.
If we did, otherwise this will be maybe like a 4-hour live stream. So make sure you check it out. And like I mentioned, use the code that'll be on the screen to give you £30 off a £300 spend. And that's only for a short window. It's just because we want to share the love and get you guys the best offer. But at the same time, we also don't want to forget the final giveaway of the day, which are the 3T Pro earbuds. And I guess before we go into a bit of detail around them, Ben, how can everyone watching get a chance to win these amazing earbuds?
This is for you, our YouTube audience. Definitely over here, Lover of Tech / on youtube.com. And I do a lot of audio, you know, reviews and stuff on earbuds, especially true to wireless earbuds. And that's something that I think the audience here really akin to. You know, when you're listening to like, you know, your favorite YouTube videos and stuff, and just your favorite music, podcasts, TV shows, movies, having that active noise cancelling capability so you can block out the sound you don't want to hear, focus on the sounds you want to hear, as well as have like transparency mode and control. This is definitely the way to go. So of course, definitely, when it comes to listening with active noise cancelling on, give us a rating on what you think the battery life is. And of course, we always want you to add your favorite feature as well. So leave a comment in the live if you're actually live, or actually in the comments afterwards as well, so that within that time, we can select a winner for you to have a chance to win as well. So we're covered on all 3 platforms, right?
100%. And again, even if, for example, like I say, definitely getting a chance to win the giveaway, but these are actually part of our Black Friday deals as well.
Exactly.
So it's a win-win situation. Because I mean, these for me, I've used these for a little while myself, and honestly, they are incredible earphones in terms of what they're actually providing. Not only do you get 40 decibels of noise cancellation, but you get a very large and high quality driver. So just to translate that, just means you get crisp, clear audio.
Absolutely.
For a variety of different music you listen to. shows, podcasts, whatever it may be. But I think one of the special features that I always like that we started to now introduce into kind of some more earphones on there is the dual device connection.
Yes.
Especially for me, obviously we're in our studio here at our Xiaomi UK office, and again, I always have a pair of earphones connected to both my laptop and also my phone. So if I'm getting a call, I can quickly switch. If I need to switch onto a meeting, switch again. It's such a versatile thing that you can actually get on there.
That's such a good pickup, you know, and even for someone like me, I'm a multi-device user. You know, from your personal line to your business line, you want to separate those two lives. Just being hands-free and being able to just have that freedom of not being limited, and especially, you know, the old school pain of connecting Bluetooth, right? The passcode and just not having to do that each time. Having that flexibility of multi-device, that's a good shout. I missed that one. So
100%.
Audio listeners, it's your chance to be part of it, a chance to win, but also part of Black Friday deals, can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. And again, obviously, even with all of that entertainment, I know we kind of mentioned obviously around the question itself, but just to kind of highlight on there, up to 6 hours of battery life on a single use, and then up to 24 hours of battery life for the case itself. So
it's been given, people.
Get involved, guys. So one final time just to highlight everything. Some amazing overall deals today, and also some amazing offers for today only. Like I mentioned, you spend £300, you get £30 off using that code that's on the screen, 22BF Live, and that's a special gift from us to you guys. So Ben, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Honestly,
absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having me, man. More of this.
Thank you so much for watching as well. We'll catch you in the next live stream.
Definitely.
Take care. Bye.